So, Fred, you were like the leading point getter off the bench. Are you looking forward to an increased role here, or what do you see your role being?
I would love an increased role. I just want, the role that the coaches South feel that I'm going to best suit the team. Whatever they need me to do, I'm going to do. I would love to be more of a focal point, though.
Because TJ is such a pure point guard, could you see yourself playing a bit of two?
Oh, yeah. That's my position. I'm a two guard. And, TJ is gonna push the ball and get me in the spots that I need to get into. And, I'm going to help him out the same way. And, I think we'll be a good tandem.
And you have been pressed into point guard service, so it's not, if anything, if you needed to, you could spell off at that position too.
Oh, that's not a problem. We have two good point guards, though, in TJ and Jose. And, of course, we have a veteran in Derek Martin. So, our point guards is pretty set. If we need it, a lot of those guys are a little smaller. So if we need a one-day fix where I have to play a big point guard, then that's not a problem.
How much in your career have you gotten to play with a pure point guard, and what difference does that make to the rest of the team when you've got somebody who's a pass-first mentality?
Well, I think that's the difference. I played with good point guards. Jamal Tinsley was a good point guard in Indiana, but his just style of play was a little different than what, TJ is. TJ is definitely a pass first. He looks to get you involved, first, second, third, fourth quarter, all the way through. And he just wants you to be the best player you can be, and he shows that. And, I think that's mostly the difference.
This is the biggest pronunciation guide I've ever seen for this team. How is it in the locker room conversing with people? You got a lot of different nationalities here.
Well, we're going to go by nicknames. We ain't came up with them yet, but I'm sure the next couple of days we will come up with the nicknames, and, everybody will learn their nickname, and that's all they need to know.
What is your sense from the European guys, and how much do the North American players feel a responsibility to make them feel a little more comfortable? Because it must be a huge adjustment.
Well, yeah, it's an adjustment. Of course, it's an adjustment for everybody that's coming into a new situation. None of us really know what to expect. It's a new city. Even, being this close to the States and Canada is different. It's a little different. And so, of course, we're going to help those guys out. They're going to help us with different things. And, we just got to be a family.
How is it in the locker room now? A lot of different chatter going on?
Well, considering we don't have our locker room situated.
That's right, yeah. So it's a whole new everything here.
Yeah.
So in some ways, you guys are all in the same boat.
Yes, we're all on even playing field right now. I think it's going to be good for us to get away, for these 5 days in training camp, and where we're all together. Everybody knows exactly what's going on, and we work and learn each other.
Last question: how interesting does it make training camp when, in fact, there's only a couple of real, like Mo Peterson and Chris Bosh are really solidified on this team, but there's a lot of positions that are kind of open. How does that make for a better training camp?
Competitive, that's what we're looking for, a competitive training camp. We're going to be competitive all year in practice and everything. So, I think this is just the start of the whole year, and, to go into the games and play as hard as we can.